Hello students, welcome to EduRev. Have you ever wondered what it means when a company says it cares for society as well as profits? In this lesson, we will explore social responsibility and business ethics and see how they shape modern commerce, gently and clearly. We will meet a few key characters in our story. The firm aiming for profit, its employees and customers, the community, and the natural environment they all share. By the end, you will understand why responsible business matters, the debates around it, and practical steps firms take to act responsibly. Let us begin with a simple idea. Social responsibility means a business has a duty to contribute positively to society while it earns profit. It goes beyond simply obeying laws. It asks firms to act ethically, protect the environment, and consider the interests of customers, employees, owners, suppliers, government, and the community. This is not only a moral stance, but a practical approach that shapes long-term success. Why is this needed in the first place? Some argue that business exists solely to maximize shareholder profit, and that social work belongs to governments or NGOs. Others counter that businesses create value by meeting human needs, so they should also help solve social problems their activities might cause. In practice, social responsibility often takes the form of voluntary actions that are ethically right even when not legally required. These actions build trust with workers, consumers, and regulators and can reduce the need for strict government control. Companies that are seen as socially responsible tend to enjoy long-term advantages, such as customer loyalty, employee commitment, and a stable operating environment. Let us weigh the arguments for and against in a balanced way. Supporters say socially responsible firms justify their existence by serving society, convert problems into business opportunities, and maintain stability that benefits everyone. They also point out that businesses possess finance, management skill, and organization that can help tackle social issues efficiently. Critics counter that spending on social causes can reduce profits, shift costs to consumers, and push firms beyond their managerial expertise. Some worry businesses may lack public support for social initiatives and should focus on core commercial functions. Despite these criticisms, social responsibility has become an accepted reality for many firms today. Several forces push firms this way: public regulations, labor pressure, consumer awareness, evolving social standards, and professional management education. Managers increasingly accept that sustainable profits require responsible conduct towards stakeholders. Who are these stakeholders? And what do businesses owe them? Shareholders need fair returns, transparent information, and protection of their investments. Workers deserve safe conditions, job security, fair wages, and opportunities for growth. Consumers must receive safe, quality goods at fair prices and honest marketing. And governments and communities expect companies to obey laws, pay taxes honestly, and protect the environment. Social responsibility takes different forms that are useful to distinguish. Economic responsibility means producing needed goods and earning profits that sustain employment and development. Legal responsibility requires operating within the laws of the land and meeting regulatory standards. Ethical responsibility covers behavior society expects, but which may not be written into law, such as respecting dignity in advertising. Discretionary or philanthropic responsibility includes voluntary acts like charity, disaster relief, or sponsoring community programs. Protection of the environment is a major part of social responsibility, and it is especially relevant for commerce students. Industrial activity can cause air, water, land, and noise pollution and deplete resources that we all depend on. Unchecked pollution harms public health, destroys habitats, and threatens long-term business inputs like raw materials. Because the environment can absorb only so much waste, Firms must adopt cleaner technologies and better waste management. Pollution control reduces health risks, legal liabilities, and can even save costs over time through cleaner production. A positive public image from environmental care builds consumer trust and opens new market opportunities. What concrete steps can businesses take to protect the environment? Start with top management commitment and clear environmental policies that are communicated across the firm. Train and involve employees at every level so that pollution prevention becomes part of daily work. Adopt cleaner technologies. Source materials responsibly and use scientific methods for waste disposal. Comply with environmental laws, participate in community initiatives, and regularly review programs for improvement. Sharing knowledge through workshops with suppliers and customers can promote collective action and amplify impact. Now let us turn to business ethics, the moral compass for decision making in commerce. Business ethics are the principles that guide what is right and wrong in commercial transactions and operations. Examples include charging fair prices, avoiding deception and adulteration, treating employees fairly, and using eco-friendly methods. Ethical behavior builds trust, enhances reputation, and contributes to long-term success for any enterprise. To make ethics practical, firms need visible leadership support, a published code of conduct, and mechanisms to ensure compliance. Engaging employees through training and measuring results with audits and reviews helps keep ethical standards alive. For a commerce student, the key insight is simple and strategic. Balancing profit and responsibility is not an either-or choice. It is a long-term competitive advantage. Firms that embed ethics and social responsibility into strategy reduce risks, unlock new markets, and build stakeholder goodwill. Quick recap. Social responsibility mixes economic, legal, ethical, and discretionary duties and reaches many groups, from shareholders to the environment. Pollution control and ethical practices are practical steps firms take to protect health, reputation, and future profits. Business ethics and top management commitment turn values into everyday actions that stakeholders can trust. In closing, remember that responsible business is both a moral and commercial project, and it depends on choices made every day. Thank you for listening, and keep these ideas in mind as you study commerce and think about the role businesses play in society.